This man didn't just win a case, he rescheduled Anambra's future. It was April 2007. The political furnace in Anambra State, Nigeria was ablaze. The Anambra State governorship election had just been concluded, and Andy Uba was sworn in as governor. Dozens of petitioners stormed the Awka election tribunal challenging the election. Lawyers sharpened their legal swords. They fought like lions in the courtroom jungle. But one man, Mr. Peter Obi, stayed silent, calm, calculated. 7 petitions were filed at the tribunal. Hundreds of witnesses were called. The Awka election tribunal was on fire. My lord, this election is tainted by irregularities. INEC breached the law. We demand nullification, cried the petitioners. Each believed the seat was up for grabs, but it wasn't because the seat wasn't even vacant. 4 years earlier, in 2003, Mr. Peter Obi had contested the governorship election and was cheated, he fought, and he won, and took his oath in 2006. But barely a year into his lawful tenure, INEC struck again, calling for a fresh election in 2007. Mr. Peter Obi says, "My tenure began in 2006. 4 years mean 4 years. Nobody can shorten it by holding a new election." And standing beside him was a legal tactician of the highest order, Dr. Onyechi Ikpeazu, senior advocate of Nigeria, constitutional expert, master strategist. "Relax, gentlemen," Dr. Ikpeazu says calmly. Section 180 subsection 2 paragraph A of the Constitution is clear. The governor's tenure begins on the day he takes the oath, not a day before, not a day after. So, while others were battling over a ghost election at the Awka Tribunal, Dr. Onyechi Ikpeazu and Mr. Peter Obi took a quiet road to the Federal High Court. They wanted answers. When exactly does a governor's time in office begin? However, the court didn't provide the answers they sought, so they appealed to the Court of Appeal. Again, the justices didn't grant their request, and so they climbed to the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court. The presiding justice decides in their favor. The office of governor was not vacant. Peter Obi's tenure expires March 17, 2010. The 2007 election was unconstitutional. Dr. Andy Uba must vacate the office immediately. Back in Awka, the election tribunal was stunned. All the petitions they were wrestling over were now dead on arrival because the election had been declared null and void. "In light of the recent Supreme Court's judgment," said the tribunal judge, "this tribunal has no jurisdiction. All petitions, all processes are hereby struck out." So, while others fought for power, Peter Obi fought for principle. While lawyers argued over votes, Dr. Onyechi Ikpeazu read the Constitution. They didn't storm the tribunal. They climbed the legal ladder, step by step, until the highest court in the land rewrote the story. And with that judgment, history was made. Mr. Peter Obi's victory didn't just restore a stolen mandate, it rewrote the electoral calendar of Anambra State forever. From that day on, the governorship elections in the state would no longer align with Nigeria's general election cycle, but with the day justice finally caught up with politics. What do you think of Peter Obi's path? Was it brilliance or just bold luck? Drop your thoughts in the comments. JuriScrolls has more courtroom tales where this came from.